Hello friends, welcome back to the cabin. I had to add some diesel to the tractor because I was just about out. I got to get my chainsaws ready and go down to Jennifer and Steven's new place and try to get all those trees that we cut up out of the yard so that they can finish her landscaping, the excavation and all that. But I had forgot to fill this up with diesel fuel when I went to town the other day. So I had to make a special trip. I think 5 gallons is going to do it though. That 5 gallons of diesel will last quite a while. Now we got to fill up the saw so that I don't have to stop when I get started. It's not going to take very much because I did use it some the other day. But I like to be gassed up and ready to go when I first start. So there's the gas portion. And you know, I found that this 1/2 inch end cap, if you happen to lose the one for your gas can, a lot of times works really well, because I did lose that one right there. But I found that 1/2 inch cap will fit it. Alright, there we go. We're full of gas and oil, and we are ready to go. I don't think I need to sharpen it because it was cutting pretty good. There we go. We're ready to ride. We'll put this in my carry-all pouch up here on the tractor. There we go. It should ride there till I get there. Well, what we've decided to do, these are some of the 1x10s that I cut with the old sawmill that we had. Remember the Norwood? If you're new to this channel, we had a smaller than this manual mill. So I drug out, I think it's going to take 9, but I drug 10 out. So we're going to run these through the planer and just plane off one side, because I really don't care what the other side looks like. It's going to be facing inside the wall anyway. But just to knock off some of that mold that we actually killed on these, and then we will put the clear coat on there, because I do have a section that's going to require some 12-footers back here. We're going to finish that. Then the rest of these are shorter sections that are only 8 foot, which won't take, you know, as long of a log, that we will run through there. But I had quite a few 12-footers left over. I think I've probably got about 6 or 8 left, so we've actually used all of them up. Some of them went on the floor up there at the juice shack, which was the first layer, and then I put styrofoam down as a layer of insulation, and then I put plywood down on top of that, so it was good for a subfloor. We've just about got all of those used up. What happened was, in the beginning, was I covered it with a tarp, but the wind was blowing this way and it wasn't allowed to circulate through there. And it was several days. I think we had some bad weather and I'd forgot about it. When I came down here, they were molded. So it's hard to get that off of there once, you know, you get it on there. So I bleached it out to kill it, and then we're going to run it through the planer to knock that one side off, and then we'll be able to make it look just like all the rest that we have up. So this is the section that I have left to finish right here. That's going to take about 9 pieces, but I went ahead and did 10 just in case. Then these other sections that we've got, they're just about 8.5 feet long. We do have a couple of very large logs down there that I think that we might be able to get enough material to finish the inside of the sawmill area right here and the very end of the sawmill as well. And then I think a couple more logs will finish up that side over there, and then we'll actually have all of the siding on the workshop, so that if any rain was to come and blow in, it's not going to get in the timber frame joints and start to set up rot and things like that. And then I can also move a bunch of my stuff down here, even though I don't have a floor yet inside the workshop. I can begin to move a lot of that stuff down, because that old sawmill will be torn down. But got to really get busy on Jennifer's house too, because they've only got, you know, a few weeks left to get out, and we've still got quite a bit to do down there at her place. While it's still early and everybody's chilling, I thought I would tell you that we've still got to do or get the electrical plugs and everything at Jennifer's place tied in there. We've got the heat and air that still has to be mounted upstairs and everything hooked up so that that will run. They're going to try to get her power okayed so that they can go ahead. They've got the pole and everything, you all have seen that. Get it okayed where they can get their power turned on. The windows that we had worked on, I think it was in the last video, they are going to have to paint those, you know, seal them up with caulk and everything, but we did get them all trimmed out. She's still got baseboards and her flooring to do, which the flooring I think is going to come in a couple of weeks. So everything is getting done. It seems like all the final steps done this month in April, so hopefully they will be moved in, hopefully, like I say, by the 1st of May. They are working on her cabinets down there. She has the cabinets, but they can wait in the pantry area that could be built. They've still got all the plumbing and the tubs and the showers and things like that to set, so there's quite a bit to do down there. So we're going to do as much as we can during the week and on the weekends when they're off of work to try to get some of this knocked out. We've also got to work on the septic tank down there and get hooked up. It is installed, we just need to get it hooked up to the house. So there's quite a bit to do. Well friends, I'll tell you what, this solar system that we put in the Homestead up here by Signature Solar, the XP6000, it is one heck of a solar system. This angle is still set for winter, even though the sun is much higher in the sky now. Instead of the sun coming in at an angle like this, it's much higher in the sky, so it's coming like this, and I think around the middle of April I'm going to switch that to the summer mode, but it's still cranking out plenty of what we need in a matter of an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'll tell you what, it is really a nice system. I'm so glad that we got that put in there. I still need to come out here and cut these ends off, and I still need to bond this unistrut because I haven't done that yet. I mean, it does have these on there that's connected to the panels, but I would much rather have the bonding clamps on here, because that's the only thing left that I need to do. But I'll tell you, if you're looking for a home solar system, if you're just looking for a backup system, something that, you know, possibly if you're on the grid, something that you could use in the house and maybe pump it back into the grid and make you a little money from the power company, or however they've got that set up, this is one heck of a system and it works really well. This is the bit that I've got. This is what we're going to try to use to drill through the block down there at her house when we work on the septic tank down there. I thought that I had one. I needed one that was long enough to go all the way through the block, and if I remember correctly, they poured cement in those blocks along with some rebar, so I hope that I don't hit one of the holes, because I only need a 3-inch hole, right? I hope I don't hit one of the areas where they ran rebar up this way, right through the middle of where the pipe needs to go, or horizontally, because I know that they put some vertically every so often. I think it was like every 4 feet, but hopefully we'll be able to. I think what we're going to have to do is drill a bunch of little holes in there, maybe about 1 inch apart, and then try to bust it out with a sledgehammer, because I've tried to rent like a pneumatic jackhammer. Just don't have one other than one of those great big ones which we can't hold on the side of the wall. So it's going to have to be a hammer drill and a concrete bit and a sledgehammer, I believe. But I think that we can get the job done. You know, us hillbillies, we are notorious for finding alternative ways of getting things done. But that's the only thing that I had that I could think of that we could use other than a hammer and a chisel. So this is going to have to work, and I think that it's going to be long enough. Now we might wear out that carbide tip there on the end, but we can always go and purchase another one. But I think this is what we're going to need. I tell you friends, we really do appreciate all the comments that you have been sending, and we apologize because we haven't been able to, seems like we've been working quite a bit and haven't been able to get to some of the comments recently, and answering them back. I have tried to answer a lot of them in the videos, you know, especially some of the major topics, but we do apologize. And another thing that you all may not know, that during the last couple of videos, Jennifer's grandmother passed away, and we had that we also had to deal with. Really a fine woman. She was 90 years old. She had went to the nursing home and had only been there 3 weeks, and she passed away. But I'll tell you, if it wasn't for her and my grandmother, I think that they were the big influences in my life as far as going to church. So they were two outstanding women in my life, and I thank God for them. And it's a shame that both of them are gone now, but their legacy does live on. And so just to let you know, there's been a whole lot of things, not only the new house and everything that's going on up here, but we also had a funeral that we had to attend. So we apologize for not getting back on a lot of the comments like we try to normally do, but just to let you know and to keep you up to date, those are some of the things that have happened. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it. I've got a whole lot of work that I've got to do, so I'll see you in the next one. Take care.